this huge bucket calls for a huge plant. I'm going to propagate my Plantosaurus rex of a Paraiso Verde over there. So it's around 10 feet tall now, and it's close to the roof of the greenhouse, so I really need to do something about it. I have been postponing it because one, I don't have a big pot, and that would take up a lot of space. Again, I don't have space for huge plants anymore, but I just have to do this. Yeah, it's not going to be fun. Can you see me, Poppy?
Yes.
I forgot how tall this is 5 feet tall moss pole. It's got arid mix in the center, and I just covered it with moss around it to make it prettier, and extended it with another 5 feet moss pole. So I'm gonna cut it right here. I need to cut this first because I don't want to mess with the roots inside. There. Since this is already growing in this moss pole that has arid mix, it would probably not be too stressed out because I will just plant this Rapunzel-like aerial roots in the pot. Okay, I'll just cut it here, so it's easy to lift it. No problem. And my husband will have to help me pull this, the upper part of the pole. It's cut. Look how big it is. And it's got inflorescence already. This one is actually wilting already. Anyway, you have to do it off cam because obviously it's too big and needs 2 persons for the job. So I'll pretty much just sit it here in this spot and then fill it with medium. The soil mix that I'm using for this particular plant has a lot of cocoa peat for water retention, because like I said in my previous videos, Paraiso Verde has some invasive root system, so this entire bucket here would be filled with roots in 3 months probably. So I only had my husband drill 1 hole at the bottom and 6 holes on the side. So that's the face of the plant. I'm not going to tie the pole in the pot anymore because it's quite huge. I forgot to cut the internode, so this has no node, and for it to dry quicker I'll put my concoction. This is just fungicide so it won't rot, but I never really had an issue with Paraiso Verde. Usually 100% success when I'm propagating. I repotted this in April last year, and it was a top cut, probably around 2 feet tall. Not a year later, or almost a year later, this is the progress. I would love it to have closer nodes, but my theory is that since the plant has gotten so big, the leaves are humongous, it needs more space in the internodes, because you know, bigger leaves means the petals are holding more weight, so they probably need more gap before they push out another leaf. I'm scared to turn it because I might break a petal or two. So we'll do it the hard way. This is actually a very satisfying aroid to grow, because it only takes like a couple of months if it's on the moss bowl to push out bigger leaves. And who doesn't like bigger leaves, right? It's quite stable because the pole alone is already heavy. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this. Obviously, this moss bowl needs to be extended, so I have to make a huge one for this, or maybe just sell this. During the pandemic, one pot of Paraiso Verde was $175. I bought 3, and now they don't really sell much. So one person selling like this big of a plant for around $60. It's fine if you can sell, but most people have this already. So if anyone wants to get this one, visit our place and you will get this and some over there. There's more in the corner. Like I said earlier, propagating Paraiso Verde is, for me, was the easiest among all the philodendrons that I have, because you just cut it, stick it in a pot, and it would just grow. And it doesn't take long for it to grow big leaves like this, so it's quite satisfying. This one's humongous. Look, I will do a head test. Okay, this is done. Gently tap that notification bell and the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.